Okay, now everybody's in.
One more. Just one more.
Amanda, are you going to be volunteering?
You know I'm in Windsor.
Young man, how are you? How are you? You married yesterday?
Hi. Jim's one of the greatest MPs you can ever find, and he's just wonderful with the people in the community, and he's going to come back again. And
I welcome all of you, especially our honorable guest, Mike. Mike, I'm sorry I forgot your last name. Mike DeGrant, Councilor Ward 39, and Norm Kelly. And where's Norm? Where are you? Oh, right here. Ward 40. Anyway, fast backward to 1988. I remember so well, at the Kennedy Public School Post Station, I came across a young candidate, and his name, quite frankly, I could hardly know how to pronounce his name. And anyway, I vote for him. Fast forward to year 2004, today, the candidate, still here, his name is Jim Karygiannis. And what I want to tell him is, Jim, I made a right choice, and I'm going to make the same decision again. And on the other hand, I would like to say, Jim, I'm very, very proud of you. Last but not the least, I would like to tell everybody, in the election, please go out to vote. Bring your friends, your family members, and whoever you know, just go out to vote. Because I want Jim to be the most popular MP being elected across Canada. Oh, by the way, I got some Asian Chinese secret to tell you. Today is Jim's birthday.
How old is she?
Well, I don't know. Oh, he's still 28. Don't worry, he's still 28. He's got a long way to go. Anyway, let me introduce you our star candidate, Jim Karygiannis.
Thank you. I'm not going to play the same thing as Ken did. So allow me just to put that chair. Look, I don't think today's the time for speeches, but I think, Ken, you want me to make one?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ken. I want to thank Mike DelGrand, Norm Kelly, my municipal counterparts for being here today. Jerry Phillips called this morning. Unfortunately, he had a family commitment, couldn't make it. But you know what? The stars of the show, it's you. We politicians once in a while put our name forward and we run, but the stars of the show is you. You're the ones that every 4 years come out, and you're the ones that bang on doors, and you're the ones that make phone calls, and you're the ones that bang up signs. Not everything is set up tonight. Today we don't have all our signs, we don't have the computers, but this is going to be home for the next 40 days, 45, maybe 50 days. The Prime Minister, I tried to convince him to do the campaign today. I tried to convince him to kick it off today. He said, Jimmy, I'm going to let you have a birthday. Enjoy your birthday maybe the following week or the week after. But there's going to be an election coming soon, and we're hoping that all of you will come by and will volunteer, be it on the street, be it put up signs, be it on in the phone. And I know Percy's Den and Costa's Den. For those of you that want to know where the phone canvassing room is, that way. So I've got a big office, and my office is way in the back, 2 feet by 4 feet. And they want to get me out on the street. That's going to be my my campaign office for the next couple of days. But you know what? On a real important note, this is going to be a campaign where Canada has to choose who do they want for Prime Minister for the next 4 years. Do they want a vision of Stephen Harper, which is divide and conquer? Do they want a vision that says that we're going to have a two-tier health system, or do they want a liberal vision? The liberal vision has been there, has been straightforward, and it's been for the people, by the people, for the people. The Liberal Party, in my opinion, and I know in most of your opinions, as a matter of fact, I think in all your opinions, and I can be a little lopsided here today, is the best party that represents us. So ladies and gentlemen, we're here to make sure that the Liberal Party gets returned as a government. But you know what? I can only talk to you about one particular riding, and this is the riding of Scarborough-Agincourt. I know you're all here to support me. I know you're all here to give us your best. So as you've given it to us for many years, I know Ken, 4 campaigns, Mike and Norm, they've been with me 3 or 4 campaigns themselves. My next door neighbor Jimmy has been there for 3 campaigns. My parents 6 campaigns. Siva 4 campaigns. Ian and Kathy and been there for 4 campaigns. Most of you have been graduates of the Karygiannis campaign of doing work. And for a couple of times, we thank you. We do campaigns a little different from most of the people. We're having fun. We go out and convince people, and you know what? Without any further ado, thank you all very much for coming. Thank you very much for being here to support us. And
this time you must get the record majority all over Canada.
we will.
We'll work with
Listen,
that.
from your ears, from your mouth to God's ear. Simply put, +1. That's all we need. Anything above that is a bonus, and God said, God willing, we'll try to do it as best as we can. So thank you very much all for coming. There's a couple of household announcements to make before you leave. Although we do have your names and your phone numbers, just right behind you on there's a volunteer sign-in form. There's a volunteer form that says, please sign up. For those of you that have not volunteered, are brand new today, for those of you that want to volunteer again, please sign up, because you are our bread and butter, and you will be canvassing, and we thank you. I just have to thank you. I think I was enough. Thank you. But you know what? There's one thing that we always have in campaigns. There's lots of food. There's lots of food. And we thank the Fang couple for being there always to provide it for us. We thank them.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you.
I think some of them are on strike. They must be conservative. Oh, there's one NDP. Unionized.
Everybody here on the other side?
It's working.
Yes, by all means.
Well, those are more fun than
There you go.
I wanted to get the ones that...
Now, those of you with cameras, did you take it?
don't...
You guys are getting a little tired of holding it. She even brought a knife. She even almost cut my finger. All right, set. You take it? Did you take it?
I'm taking it
There
with
you
the
go.
kids.
Shall we? There we go. Did somebody say this was a conservative party?
Say a few choice words. Slimy, corrupt, dirty, sleazeball. These are the kinds of words that people use when I was a trustee. So you can imagine the kinds of words that my colleague Norm Kelly would get, who's been around longer, and member of provincial parliament, and the federal guys. We're always inundated with all kinds of harsh words, and you have to have a thick skin to really serve the people, because those types of individuals that use those types of terminologies, they're really not involved in the political process. They're great at armchair critic, but they don't get involved in trying to make the community better. I can tell you honestly, with my association with Jim as the Community Association President of Silver Springs, and certainly now as councillor, that I'm not here because Jim is a member of the Liberal Party. To me, the individual is more important than the party, personally speaking. And that's why I come not to, as they used to say, not to bury Caesar, but to praise him. Jim has been, for me, okay, regardless of all the criticism that people always thrust against politicians, a very good friend. And Jim is an emotional kind of guy. We share the same Mediterranean coast. I know that when I was going through my darkest days, for those of you that aren't aware, I have a brain tumor called an acoustic neuroma, and I couldn't get the time of day from most politicians, okay? And this guy here, he was there front and center for me. And those types of actions you don't forget. There weren't political actions. They weren't actions to gain any kind of favoritism, but they were humanitarian actions. So I'm going to tell you that this guy standing on my left has been one hell of a friend. He's been one hell of a politician in my part of the ward. He's not going to please all the people all of the time, but certainly I hope he's pleasing most of the people most of the time. So Jim, congratulations to you on your birthday. Not your age, sorry about that. He's also good looking.
Oh,
I'll ask Charlotte.
A senior guy, huh?
He's got his pension.
That's because I started political life as a teenager. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mike's association with Jimmy is of recent origin, but mine goes back, I guess, a decade and a half to the late 80s. So I've known Jim for a long time, and I don't think I've ever met anyone who worked so hard and so passionately on behalf of his constituents than does Jimmy. And I think that on that alone he merits re-election. But on top of that, he's been rewarded by the Prime Minister with a Privy Councilship, and I think that in the future, Jim Karygiannis and Paul Martin are going to form a formidable team as they govern Canada through some very challenging times. Can you imagine trying to drive a car by focusing your eyes on the rear view mirror? That's pretty difficult, and frankly I think the choice is between a team that focuses on the winding road ahead, the Liberal Party, Paul and Jim, and the team that's going to try and drive that car by focusing on the rear view mirror, and that's Stephen Harper and his local candidate. And I think the choice is obvious, isn't it? So that's why you're here. That's why I'm here, that's why Mike's here, to make sure that we give the leadership of this great country to the people that will govern it wisely and prudently. So Jim, all the very best. I know you're going to do a great job of it.
我係 Scarborough Aging 嘅 Federal Liberal Party 嘅 Executive Vice President。我同阿詹相識咧已經有10幾年嘅啦。喺1989年嗰陣時，當我有啲事需要阿詹幫忙嘅時候，我就去阿詹 office 度揾佢。咁咧佢幫咗我好大嘅忙。阿詹咧係一個好勤力同埋 即係好 dedicated 嘅 MP。咁咧喺我哋 Scarborough Agent Court 嗰個 association 裏邊咧，我哋咧就會 handle 好多嘅 immigration cases 啊，或者CPE 啊、EI 啊嗰啲。阿 Jim 咧，佢平日咧佢花好多時間喺佢 office 幫我哋嘅 constituents。咁即係喺幾次嘅大選咧，阿 Jim 唔單止係成功連任，同時咧佢係攞得好高嘅票數。喺upcoming 嘅 election 咧，我感覺到咧，即係阿 Jim 咧唔單止可以連任，同時咧仲可以勝出好高嘅票數。所以我希望好多即係 Scarborough Agent Court 嘅選民咧，能夠再投阿 Jim 一票，我哋會盡力即係如果你有咩需要嘅話，我哋會盡力如果能夠幫到你嘅話，我哋會盡我哋所能。多謝。